Good morning, boys and girls. It is Wednesday and it's April 8th, 2020. Wait, what? You noticed there's something on my head? Well, of course, it's my crown because today is our first day of our fairy tale unit. And this is just to help you think about queens and kings and princes and princesses. So I want to talk to you for just a few minutes about what are some elements of a fairy tale. Now, when I say elements, when we think about a mystery, we know that clues are an element of a mystery. A problem that hasn't been solved, right? You get the idea? Well, I think you know some elements of fairy tales already, but I'm just going to remind you of a few. One is that in the beginning of the story, there's always special ways to start a fairy tale, like once upon a time. And there's usually a special way to end a fairy tale. That's right, you've got it. And they lived what? Happily ever after. Right. There's always a good character. That would be me. And there's always an evil character, like a witch or an evil fairy, right? Or a dragon. Ugh, I'm getting scared. There's also royalty. Again, me. Kings, queens, princes, princesses. You got the scoop. And there's magic. Poof. Things appear, disappear. Pumpkins turn into coaches, right? You got the idea. A beast turns into a prince. A frog turns into a prince, right? You get the idea. A swan turns into a princess. Wow, lots of things changing around. Anywho, there's always a problem and a solution, but we know that that's how stories tend to go, right? And did you know that things happen in threes and, sevens? Did you know that? And part of that reason is that fairy tales come from many cultures, and fairy tales were stories that were passed down from generation to generation. So instead of having YouTube or the TV like you see in the background and in my video, or having cell phones, children sat around the fire late at night with the elder people from a family or a tribe or a village, and their entertainment was hearing these tales. And because with fairy tales, peasants were especially fascinated with life at court or at the castle. And so they would make up these stories about how they thought the kings and queens behaved. So, interestingly enough, another thing is that a lot of fairy tales are threes and sevens because of the 7 days in a week, right? And that the three would be the Trinity, where a lot of their thought was like Father, Son, Holy Ghost. And so they were very religious people. And so that's how things became threes and sevens. So today you are going to be watching Cinderella, which is a very, very well-told tale. In fact, we're going to be looking at Cinderella a few times this week. And after you read Cinderella, you're going to notice a little chart that you are going to get to complete. And all you have to do with the chart is take a look at that after you see Cinderella, and you'll notice that I have marked the X's for you in the chart about all the different elements that Cinderella has that all good fairy tales will usually have. So after you've heard the read aloud Cinderella, and after you have taken a look at that chart, what I'd like you to do today is I'd like you to read a fairy tale and then go back to the chart and fill in an X for each element that you notice that fairy tale contains. In addition to that, boys and girls, if you want to read more than one fairy tale, you can read as many as you want today. I've also included a post of different resources that you can use to find really good fairy tales. Finally, there is one more video today, and that is our Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. We're just about finished with the book. We have a few chapters left. So I know that that's a lot for you to do, is 3 videos in one day. But if you could do that, that would be super awesome. Anyway, it's time for me to go right now. And I think in the count of 3, I might just disappear. 1, 2,